Hi yogis, today in our Vinyasa flow, we might need blocks. So if you have a block for your practice, go ahead and grab one or both of those, as well as a mat. And we are going to focus today on core strength. So as we move into the postures, we're gonna think about engaging the core, lengthening the side obliques, so the waist, and just bringing that into our practice to keep a strong torso. We're gonna start on our backs. So finding a place where you can comfortably lie flat on your back, maybe bending your knees. Just start to breathe deep into the torso as you inhale. Belly, ribs, and chest expand. And exhale, engaging the core. Pull the belly button down and in to push the air up and out through your nose. Inhale, belly, ribs, and chest expand. Exhale, contract the belly, push air up and out, letting go of any tension as you exhale. Finding this slow, deep breathing pattern. In yoga, we're always trying to breathe in and out through our nose, but if at any time today that gets to be too much, feel free to take some inhales or exhales through your mouth, finding your breath, gathering yourself, and then coming back to this breath. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest expand. Exhale, contract the belly, push the air up and out through your nose. Inhale through your nose, everything expands, bring in the biggest breath you can. And exhale, push it up and out. Using your core strength on your next exhale, can you start to lift your heels off the mat? Come up just on to the tippy toe of your big toes. Notice the belly engage as you start to lift your toes, hug your knees in toward your chest. Bring your arms, wrap them around your shins, and now let everything release. Staying slow in the breath, inhale through your nose, belly, ribs, and chest expand. Exhale through your nose. Open your arms. Still engaging the core, bringing the breath in and out. Slowly tap the big toes back down on your mat. Draw the low back down to the mat, engaging your core. Pull the knees back into your chest. Again like that. Tapping down, inhale. Draw the low back into your mat. And exhale. Draw the knees back to your chest. Noticing as you fire up in the torso, the abs working, the waist staying long from hips to armpits. One more time like that. This time, can you take your hands behind your thighs, engaging the core. Inhale, rock yourself up to seated. Can you keep your toes floating over your mat? Open the chest, inhale, and exhale. Drop your shoulders, grow long through your spine. Torso is strong, one more breath. As you exhale, release your feet down. Sweep your legs around to one side, coming onto all fours, finding tabletop. Just shift your hips from side to side, grow long through your spine, pull the crown of your head toward me, tailbone behind you, flare your fingers out nice and wide, back to center, on your inhale, right arm, left leg extends, opposite directions. As you exhale, pull the elbow and the knee, they meet underneath you. Inhale, extend, everything gets long. Exhale, elbow and knee find one another. Separate the shoulder blades. Inhale, a strong core reaches long. Exhale, you core strength, pull it in. One more time on this side. Inhale, long. Exhale, contract, pull it in. As you find length this time, exhale, hand and knee settle to the mat. Shift your hips back side to side. Still long from the armpits to the hips. Set up your tabletop. When you're ready, this time it'll be left arm, right leg. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, elbow and knee meet. Inhale, you match your breath and movement. Maybe you're a little bit slower than I am, or maybe quicker. The inhale grows everything long in opposite directions. Exhale, elbow and knee meet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, last time. Exhale, pull it in, strong through your core. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, settle hand and knee to the mat. Shift your hips side to side. Lots of deep breaths. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, contract, push it up, let it go. Center it up again, back to tabletop. Curl the toes under. Lift your tailbone high. Walk your dog here. Bending one knee and then the other. The arms are long, but elbows are soft. Relax your neck. Head hangs heavy. Soften up both knees. Look between your hands. When you're ready, we walk our way to the front of your mat. Take your time. Feet are hip width apart. Soften up your knees. You can use your blocks. And breathe. Relax your neck. Option, clasp your elbows. And hang. So I'm still using my strong core to manipulate my breath. Inhale, everything expands. Exhale, contract, release, soften up the knees, bow your head. Last time here, inhale, hanging in your ragdoll, exhale, letting it go. Inhale, this time hands to shins, come halfway up, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, release, bow your head. Inhale, use your strong core, a flat back takes you all the way to the top. Exhale, swan dive right back down, fold at your waist. Inhale, half lift, get long, get strong. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your way back to your plank, one foot then the other. I'm gonna work in modification, I'll lower my knees. Exhale, we come halfway down. Chaturanga, modified here on my knees. Inhale, I'm doing a baby cobra. Open the chest, relaxing my thighs, shins and toenails on the mat. Proud chest, gazing forward. Maybe an up dog is better. One more complete breath here. Listen to your body. Exhale, I'm gonna come through my knees, curl the toes under. Lift my tailbone high. On your inhale, on your toes. Exhale, make your way to the front of your mat again. When you get there, fold in half. Use an exhale to do so. Inhale, engage the core, half lift, hands to shins. Exhale, refold. Inhale, use your core to stand tall all the way to the top. Swan dive right back down. Tailbone moving behind you and towards the sky. Relax your neck at the bottom. Inhale, half lift. Get strong. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back with the awkward leg first. One foot then the other from toes or knees. I'm gonna stay on my toes. Shift forward, engage the core strong. Exhale, elbows. Raise my ribs, stop halfway. Inhale, either stay low in baby cobra like last round, or come with me in up dog. Open the heart. Exhale, either move through tabletop or curl the toes under. I'm gonna add another chaturanga. Take myself to down dog. One more round like that. Come with me, inhale on your toes. Exhale, find your way to the front of your mat, stepping or hopping, half lift, inhale. Refold, bow your head. Inhale, rise. Right back down, exhale. Bending at the waist, relax, release. Inhale, get strong, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step, maybe hop your way to plank. From toes or knees, halfway down. Inhale, a proud chest and open heart. Exhale, down dog. Stay and breathe. Inhale, right leg floats up, three-legged dog. We're gonna take this right leg, take it down, don't set it down next to the left leg. Keeping the leg long or maybe softening the knee, sweep your leg out to the side and draw a circle up and around. Do that again, bring it down. Inhale out, up and around, make your circle. One more time. Take it down, up, out, and around, three-legged dog. Can you bring your knee out around the corner so we can step to the right side of the mat, pinky edge of the right hand. Drop my back knee, uncurl my left toes. I'm gonna use my block and lift my chest. Engage your core to come up tall with a proud chest. Check it out, knee stacked over ankle, breathe here. One more breath. Think about engaging your core to curl your left toes under to lift your left knee up off the mat. I'm gonna take a big step forward, a wide stance front of my mat. You can use a block to sit on if you have one. We have yoga squat here. Open your heart and sink the tailbone down toward your mat or sit on your block. Can you use your elbows to keep your knees open, tracking your knees out over your toes for another breath. As you exhale, release your hands to the mat, just inside your feet, just inside the feet. Lift your tailbone, keep your knees bent and squeeze your triceps, relax your head. Can you hollow out your belly? Pull the belly button to spine. Squeeze harder and lengthen your legs one more inch. One more breath here. Slowly re-soften up the knees. Walk your hands underneath you. Maybe use your block. We're going to toe heel our feet to hip width apart. Breathe. So either fingertips on the floor or on your block. Load up your right leg. Inhale, lengthen the left leg and float it behind you. Set up your warrior three. Stay for another breath. I'm going to stay supported, fingertips to my block, and try to even out my hips. Is your core super strong here? Bring it to the breath and get strong. Soften your right knee. It's just a little step back. We're only coming about halfway back on the mat. My feet are on train tracks. And I can bring my block with me, even out my hips. So you probably need to pull your right hip back and your left hip forward. Get a nice flat back. Stay and breathe. I'm gonna use my block, or if you don't have a block, right hand to your right shin. My left hand, if you have a block, right hand to your right block, or right hand to your block. Left arm reaches forward toward me. Put your bicep by your ear. Get strong through your core. Can you breathe from your left fingers all the way down to your left hip? One more breath. Slowly release the hand down. If you don't have a block, both hands to your shin. Stay here and bow down. If you have a block, both hands can come to the block. Just breathe that right hip back in space. One more breath. Soften up your right knee. We're going to take a big step back. Crescent lunge. Inhale, arms reach and rise. Soften up your back knee as much as you need to. Drop your shoulders. Remember, this is about core strength. So bring that torso super strong. Engage it and sink a little deeper. Nice. Can you lower your left heel to open warrior two? Get long. Stay long through the obliques, the waist. Breathe. Inhale, lengthen your right leg. Pick up your right toes. All 10 of my toes are going to face the long edge of my mat. Stay here and breathe. Open the chest. Open your heart. One more breath here. Exhale, hands come behind. I can either find a wrist, maybe an interlace. Open my chest and look up as you fold forward. Soften up your knees as much as you need to. Bow your head, let the arms release, knuckles to the sky. Stay and breathe. One more big breath. Relax your neck. Inhale, come halfway up. Bring your knuckles back to your low back. And now pull your knuckles away from your head. Stay strong in your core. One more breath. Release the hands, unlace them and let them just fall to the mat. Breathe and support yourself here. One more breath. On your exhale, walk your way. Runner's lunge, front of the mat. Frame out your front foot. Set your back knee down if you need to. We're gonna come to plank, either from your knees or step back to your toes. Knees or toes. Whatever you choose, take your left arm and reach it toward me. Try to even out your hips. One more breath. On your inhale, reach your left arm out to the side. If you're on your knees, the right knee is gonna stay down. If you're on your long legs like me, I'm gonna open side plank, either with the knee down or legs long. One more breath. We're gonna hit the rewind button. So what we just did, on your exhale, prone plank, reach to the side. Inhale, just the arm changes, reach it back toward me. Exhale, hands to the mat. If your toes or if your knees are down, curl your toes under, lift your leg or lift your tailbone high. Breathe and release. Maybe walk your dog here. Fine breath. On your next inhale, left leg floats up. Three-legged dog. When you're ready, we're gonna tap down. Remember, we just sweep through. Open it up, draw your circle, three-legged dog. Exhale down, inhale out to the side, all the way up, draw your circle, take it down. One more time. Draw the circle out to the side, up, and take it down. This time, when we come to the top, hold your three-legged dog. We're gonna draw this knee around the corner toward your elbow so we can step to the pinky edge of my left hand. Drop my back knee, uncurl the toes. Coming up onto the fingertips or a block if you have one. Find your core strength to open your heart. Stacking the left knee over ankle. Release the hip. Take another breath here. Okay, we're gonna use our core strength to curl the toes under, lift the knee, and then shift all the way to the front of your mat. Big step, engage the core, and have a seat. Yoga squat, maybe use your block, shoulders away from your ears, unclench your teeth. Now you're still using yoga breath, super slow and strong, in and out through the nose, tailbone slopes toward the mat. Release your hands to the inside of your feet, inside. We're only coming halfway up. Halfway up, squeeze the triceps, and now relax your neck. Let the crown of your head hang toward the mat. Notice your chest. Can you lift your tailbone and squeeze your chest as your knees are squeezing your triceps? Stay here and breathe. The core should be working with each breath. One more. Slowly release. Fingertips come underneath you. Toe heel your feet back under you, hip width apart. Again, use your block for support. We're finding warrior three. We're using the core. Engage it strong to start. Load up the left foot. Float the right leg. Notice your core as you pull the crown of your head toward me and even out your hips. Use core strength to get strong and steady, but stay in your breath. One more breath. We're only stepping about halfway back. Feet are on train track, so make sure they're staggered stance. Bring this if you need to, this block back, or use your leg. Hands can come to the shin or ankle. From here, left hand stays on the left shin. Soften up that front knee. If you feel any tightness, any pulling behind the knee, soften it up a bit, and then reach your right hand toward me, bicep by the ear. Draw your left hip back. get longer. Reach fingers toward me. One more breath. Slowly release down. We're going to melt into the pose. Again, if you have a block, you can always use the block, both hands to the block or both hands to your shin or your ankle. Relax your neck. Soften up your left knee. Step your way back. Find a big crescent lunge. Use your core strength to rise. Inhale, get strong in your crescent lunge. Stack your knee right over your ankle. Drop your shoulders. One more breath. Open the heart. Lower your right heel and open warrior two. Stay. Open up the knee and grow from hips to armpits. One more breath. Lengthen the left leg. Pick up your toes. All 10 toes face the long edge of your mat. Drop your shoulders. Now grow longer through the crown of your head. Sweep your arms behind. Find either the opposite wrist or interlace with the opposite thumb on top. Open the chest. Stand tall first. On your exhale, you come halfway down. Pull the crown of your head away. Tailbone behind. Grow longer and use your breath. On your exhale, fold in half. Soften up your knees if you need to. And let your arms cascade up toward the sky or maybe up and overhead. We come halfway up. Soften the knees if you need to. Don't lock them out. They always stay somewhat of a micro bend in the knees. Halfway up, pull the knuckles back behind you. Release them to your low back. And release, support that, hands to the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, runner's lunge, front of the mat. You can set your knee down or just step back to plank. From toes or knees, find your best plank pose. When you're ready, left shoulder over left wrist. Right arm reaches toward knee. Breath and strong core. Open the arm to the side. Inhale. Stay here. On your next inhale, if the knees are down, left knee stays down. We open side plank, using the obliques to get long under both sides of the waist. Maybe lift that hip a little higher. All right, hit the rewind button. Here we go. Exhale, arm reaches to the side. Inhale, reach it back toward me. Exhale, set it down. Shift back. Tailbone high. Down dog. Inhale, look between your hands. On your toes, soft knees take you to the front of your mat, half lift. Exhale, refold. Inhale, rise. Sit back in chair pose. Arms can stay up and overhead, fierce chair. If that's not good for your shoulders or your low back, hands to heart center. Stay here and breathe. On your next inhale, we're going to take the right knee toward our chest as we stand tall and catch it. Drop the hip, one more breath. Exhale, sit back in your chair. Either hands to heart center or reach your arms overhead. Weight in the heels. Inhale, other side. Bring your left knee to your chest, catch it. Grow long and find your balance, strong and steady, no wobbles. Exhale, have a seat. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, swan dive and fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, find your plank, toes or knees. Maybe hop to it or step back. Chaturanga, Urdhva Mukha, up dog. Adho Mukha, down dog. If you like that extra chaturanga, it's always there. Stay and breathe. Inhale, right leg floats up, three-legged dog. So this time, we're going to hit the rewind button on the circle. So we're going to take it to the side, then down, and then up. Inhale. Exhale, out to the side. Sweep it down. Back up, three-legged dog. One more time. Around. Bring it back under. Circle it up. Three-legged dog. This time, as you take it out to the side, soften of your hand right into your lizard pose. You can drop your back knee or stay here with me. Left knee stays lifted on the ball of the foot. Engage your core, pull the crown of your head toward me. Load up your right foot, big step, find yoga squat in front of your mat. One more breath. Hands to the inside. We're gonna take the tailbone high. Again, we're squeezing the tricep, but I'm engaging my core to lift my tailbone, and it's less about the squeezing of my triceps. It's more about engaging the belly, the abs, moving up into the chest. Knees are as soft as you need them to be to glue the hands strong to your mat. One more breath. Let it go. Walk your hands underneath your nose. Half lift. Toe heel your feet back underneath you. Again, using your block, we have warrior 3. Load up the right leg. Float the left leg. Hands to heart center. Remember, we're just stepping halfway back. We're going to stand tall. Use your core to stand tall. Arms reach up and overhead. So nice. Arms out to the side. Even at the hips. Exhale. Hands to the shin, ankle, or use your block. Bow your head. Pyramid pose. Breathe into it. Maybe your hands can come to the mat, either side of the front foot. Can you take your right arm, reach it back behind you? Half lift, inhale, reach your left arm toward me. Pulling my fingers in opposite direction. One more breath. On your exhale, release your hands back down to the shin, ankle, or the mat. Soften your front knee. Big step back. Set up your crescent lunge. Use your core to come, rise. Drop your shoulders. Exhale, open warrior 2. Inhale, find length through that right leg. Pick up your toes, hands to your hips. On your inhale, can you turn toward me? Exhale, if you need to soften your knees, we're gonna draw a circle all the way up and around. Use your core. Come to the front of your mat, circle, relax your neck. Finish the circle at the top. Exhale down. Inhale up and back to center one more time. Exhale down. Inhale all the way back up. Centered up, arms reach out to the side. Can you lift the pelvic floor? Arms reach up and overhead. We're going to take a half fold here. Continue pulling your tailbone behind you. Fingertips in the opposite direction. Engaging your core. Stay and breathe. My right hand is going to sweep toward my left leg. Left arm floats up. Find the fold, adding the twist. Relax your neck. Deepen the pose. Find your comfort level, engaging the core and keeping both sides of your waist long for another breath. Left arm floats down, come to center, let it go. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk your way front of the mat. Runner's lunge, step back to your plank. Inhale, left arm toward me. Find your knees if you need to work in modification. Open side plank. Adding on, your right knee could be on the mat. Everybody's gonna try to lift the left leg. One more breath. Slowly, gently set your foot down. Again, arm reaches to the side. Exhale. Inhale back toward me. Exhale, set it down. Lift your tailbone high. Inhale, come to plank. Work the vinyasa. Take a child's pose if that's what you need, folks. Breathe and find strength. Inhale, right leg floats up. We're going to take it, remember, out to the side first, then down, around and up. Exhale it out to the side, down, sweep it up, again like that. Big circle, all the way down, around and up. This time, sweep it out to the side. As you shift forward to your plank, soften up the knee so you can step to the pinky edge of your left hand. Lizard pose here. Set the back knee down and curl your toes. If that's where you were on the other side, find your strong torso to pull the crown of your head toward me. Up on the ball of the back foot, can you engage that quad of the right leg to get strong? Load up your left foot, we're stepping forward. Yoga squat, front of your mat, sink your hips, open your chest. So here's a challenge this time. Instead of hands inside your feet, maybe you find this webbing between the thumb and the pointer finger behind your heels. Now, can you hug your knees into your triceps and your shoulders and start to sit on this little shelf you created with your triceps? Stay and breathe. Engage your core to take some weight off of your legs, squeezing the triceps. One more breath, come on. Yes. How are we gonna release? We're gonna lift the tailbone, unwind the arms, let it go in the center. Bow your head, inhale, half lift, toe heel your feet back underneath you. Set up your warrior three, right leg floats behind, even out your hips. Maybe add some hands, float them to heart center. We're gonna soften the knee to step halfway back. It's our prep for our pyramid pose. Arms are gonna reach up, try to even out your hips. So nice. We're gonna take it forward, open the arms like a T. Pull your left hip back as you bow and fold. Again, using a block or two blocks if you have those, or hands frame out your front foot. Can you come halfway up, inhale. Left arm reaches behind you, fingers reach for the back of your mat. Soften up your left knee if you need to, right arm reaches toward me. Get strong, get long. Are you breathing? One more breath. Exhale, let it go, forward fold. Soften up your left knee, step your right leg back. Set up for the crescent lunge, arms reach and rise. Sink and breathe. Open your heart, relax your shoulders. As you lower your heel, use core strength to open your best warrior two. Inhale, lengthen your left leg, pick up your toes. All 10 toes face the side of the mat. Stay here and breathe, get long. We're gonna come arms up and overhead. Remember, we're pulling the tailbone and fingers in the opposite direction, only halfway down. Try to parallel your torso right over your mat. This time the left arm, you're gonna sweep it toward the back of your mat, find your shin, your ankle. As you do, the right arm comes up, that's your twist. And now don't forget to relax your neck. Stay and breathe. Get long, soften the knees up as much as you need to, but lift the tailbone for one more breath. And then we unwind. Exhale, forward fold in the center of your mat. Inhale, half lift. There's your core again. Exhale, frame out your front foot, runner's lunge. Find your best plank from toes or knees. Set it up. When you're ready, and inhale, right arm toward me. Stay here. We're gonna take the arm. On the next inhale out to the side. Stay and breathe. Next time, the inhale opens us side plank. Maybe your left knee's down, and we're gonna float the top leg. You can gaze up, down, or maybe keep your neck neutral looking to the side. One more breath. Set that leg down. We're gonna unwind. When you're ready, reach to the side, back to the front toward me, and set your hand down. Maybe take a vinyasa here, chaturanga, knees or toes, cobra or up dog. We find down dog. Stay breathe. On your toes, find your way to the front of your mat. Fold in half when you get there, half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. We rise. Sit down in your chair pose, arms stay up for the fierce chair, only if you like that. Take your right hand. Can you reach it down? Maybe find the left shin right underneath your knee. And now bring your left arm toward me. Belly hovers right over your thighs. We're gonna switch it out. Can you sweep thumb down, your left arm around behind you. It comes through, finds the right shin. And then we bring this left thumb up and around toward the front. Hover your belly, the core stays engaged. Strong torso, folks. For another breath. Last little bit, hang in with me. Release the left arm, bring it back around. Fingers toward me, hover your belly right over the thighs, drop your shoulders, grow your neck longer, crown of the head toward me. So nice, exhale and fold, bow. Half lift. Plant your hands, step, maybe hop your way to plank. Maybe just take a child's pose. Finding your breath, engaging your core with the breath. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. When you're ready, right leg floats up. We're gonna take this leg out, around. Can you keep it long, softening the knee when you need to step it to the pinky edge. Lizard pose. Stay and breathe. My right arm reaches toward the front of the room. Set your back knee down and uncurl the toes if you need to, but get long. One more breath. So nice. Set your hand down inside this front foot. We gotta load it up. Yep, yoga squat. Come on with me right here. Have a seat. Hands to heart center. Optional arm balance. If you have a block, you can start off sitting on your block. If you don't have a block, you're gonna come with me. Remember when we found that webbing between the pointer finger and thumb and we sat on our triceps? This is called firefly. We can play around with it. We'll have another chance to come back to it. Maybe start to walk your toes one at a time out from underneath you. So here's your strong core. Right now you're just hanging out on your triceps. Engage your strong core, squeeze your triceps, and maybe you start to float one or both legs up off your mat or the floor. When you're done playing around with that, we toe heel our feet back underneath us. Hip width apart. I'm going to use my block again. Right leg loads up, warrior three. Left leg floats behind. Hands to heart center maybe. I only step halfway back. Set up your pyramid pose, stand tall. Exhale, swan dive, fold. Use your block if you have one, or frame out your front foot or hands to the shin. Adding on again, my right hand reaches behind, and you can stay with that like we did last time. If you want to try coming with me, I'm going to bend my elbow and try to find the front of my left thigh. Option here. A little more in the core, reach forward. Now if you got wonky, back off. Make sure the hips are even. Engage the core to reach. One more breath. Replace your left hand back where it belongs. Soften up the front knee, frame out your front foot, step back, big crescent lunge, inhale, rise. So nice. Exhale, frame out your front foot, step back, we find our vinyasa. This is a short flow, so gather up energy the way that you need to. Another child's pose is welcome. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, draw your circle out, and bring it toward the front of your mat. When you need to, soften the knee to step it. Set up your lizard pose. Using your block again if you did on the other side. Load up your right hand, left arm reaches toward me. Bicep by the ear, knee over ankle. The back knee can be lifted or set down on your mat. Breathe into it. How's your core doing? Breathe. Exhale, release the hand. Load up the left foot, step wide. Yoga squat, have a seat. Here's your second chance for firefly. This time, maybe if the part of it that you didn't like was reaching your hands all the way behind your heels. Here's another option. Fingertips face me, but maybe walk them so it's a little bit more narrow, and then try to set the heel of the palms down as you squeeze knees into the shoulders. We all start the same though, and then maybe add the legs long and just stay here. My arms are narrow this time. Squeeze, squeeze the triceps, maybe hover. Firefly. When you've had enough, come out of it. That's a lot on the wrist, so listen up. As you toe heel your feet back underneath you, turn your palms up, fingers toward your toes, and relax your neck, hang. Take the stretch for your wrists. One more breath. Inhale, half lift. Use the core strength to come halfway up. You find warrior three. Load up your left leg. Inhale, float the right leg back and up. I'm using my core to bring my hands to heart center. We're gonna stand tall, set up the pyramid, so about halfway back. Train tracks with your legs. Big reach, let everything settle first. Swan dive fold. Pull your left hip back in space. Fold in half. Hang here. If you want to add on, I come to my half lift. Left hand reaches behind. If you have room, bend your left elbow. Maybe you find your right thigh. Now even out your hips. If you got lopsided, pull the left hip back. Inhale, reach your right arm toward me. Breathe. Get long. Exhale. Slowly, gently let it go. Unwind. Soften your front knee, big step back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Inner thighs, find balance. Engage the core to open. Breathe. Drop your shoulders. Exhale. Swan dive the hands. Bring out your front foot. Step back. Plank. Lower the knees. Everybody finds child's pose. Maybe turn your wrists up next to your feet. Maybe circle the wrist one direction and then the other. Stay here. Press the palms down on the outside of your knees. Push yourselves up. We're just going to sweep the legs around to your front of your mat. Sit up tall. This is stick pose. Hands next to your hips. Get anything out from underneath that lets you sit stern into your mat. Nice and strong and firm. We're still using core strength to sit up tall. Open the heart. Lift through the crown of your head. Inhale, arms reach. On your next exhale, we're going to reach out and over the right leg. Maybe just find your shin, your ankle, maybe the arch of the foot. If you have more room, you can take an interlace. You can even find a wrist. If you have a block, here's another stretch for your wrist, keeping the wrist nice and neutral. I can hold onto my block and get a stretch here. Moving my tailbone behind me, so there's no shame in staying lifted. My tailbone moves behind me. The belly melts. Maybe the chest. Finally relaxing the neck. So wherever you have hold of this leg, can you engage your core and lift it up? Lift it up. That wasn't the plan, but we'll go with it. Maybe an interlace, or again, if that was you had hold of the wrist, and you can always soften your knee. You're using core strength. Slowly and gently set it down. So nice. Drag your hands up your mat, inhale. And then just shake it out, exhale. Sit up tall, stick pose. All 10 toes to the sky. Here we go, other side. Let's take an inhale. Out over the left leg. Exhale again. If the belly starts to tuck under and the tailbone moves underneath you, we back off and we stay up here. Hold the shin. Maybe the knee. And then you can breathe and notice the belly getting a little closer to the thigh. All the same options apply on this side. Stay here, lengthen through the crown of your head. So to engage the core, to sit up tall, maybe you need to soften that knee. Inhale, lift. The knee can be nice and soft. Breathe into your belly, open the heart, lift through the crown of your head. And we slowly, with control, this is part of our core strength. It's a slow movement to release it back down. Let it go, slide your hands up. Take the soles of your feet together, open your knees. Let's butterfly them or rock back and forth, whatever feels good for you. Again, my tailbone's moving behind me, that normal natural arch in the low back. Stay and breathe. I'm going to keep my right leg down on the mat. I'm going to interlace, our pointer and middle finger are going to just reach around this big toe, my left big toe. Sit up tall, and I can play around with this. Can you take your knee to the inside of this leg? So just like we did in our firefly, I'm going to squeeze and breathe. This time I'm working opposite. The knee is going to squeeze into the bicep rather than the tricep. Same idea, extend the leg. Micro bend in the knee or maybe even more. Breathe into it and get length. You can stay right here and switch sides, unwind. If you're feeling like you're strong and steady here through your core, instead of setting this foot down, you can continue lifting it and then just add on. Other side. Open your belly. Take in lots of breath and now lift your heart. Stay one more breath. Slowly release either both, or if you switched off in the middle, release that right leg down. Soles of the feet together. We're going to get a nice big stretch. So we're going to take the thumbs right underneath the ball of the foot and open my feet like pages of a book. Maybe you use your elbows to open the knees. Again, bring the belly button forward. Let the tailbone move behind you. And then bring the belly as close as you can to your heels. One more breath. Slowly and gently release out of it. Stepping your feet wide on your mat. I'm just going to melt my hands down. So this is a variation on our firefly. We're going to do this from seated. Again, remember the webbing between the thumb and the pointer finger? Maybe I slide the webbing there. Or if you just want to hang out here, if you're feeling tight, and just squeeze the triceps again. Otherwise, webbing between thumb and pointer. And now I'm going to work my shoulders as close as I can underneath. Breathe into this as you press into the palms. Maybe lift the legs. Maybe lift one and set it down. Oh yeah. And the other. Maybe both. Breathe into it, whatever you chose. Engage the core. One more final breath. And make sure you even out both sides if you did one leg at a time. Sit up tall, keep the legs nice and wide, move the tailbone behind you, open your heart. So nice, folks. Go ahead and scoot yourself all the way to the front of your mat. Hold on to your thighs and guide yourself all the way down. Supine on the mat, knees to chest. How about some circles, one direction and the other. Open your arms like a T. Take one leg up toward the sky at a time. Maybe walk your shoulder blades down toward your low back. If you feel like your ears are getting smushed by your shoulders. And now legs up the wall pose. Stay and breathe. So we're gonna stay with legs up the wall, and you can stay right here. This is still activating the core, so strong. Soften the knees as much as you need to. If you want to get a little deeper into the core during our inversion, come with me. We're gonna float the right leg down, just to your degree of comfort for the low back. And take it back up. When you're ready, take that right leg down. Inhale. Exhale it back up to the sky. Legs up the wall. And you match your breath and movement. Try to relax the shoulders, unclench the teeth. Just think about a long waist from armpits to hips. Soft knees or long legs. Here's your option, the last two. Maybe we take both legs down just till your low back wants to peel up, and then that means it's time to take it back up all the way to the sky, legs up the wall. One more like that. Lower. Use your breath to bring the legs back up with a strong core. So nice. Open your knees. Reach up, find your happy baby pose, maybe ankles or shins. You can rock side to side. Whatever feels good for you. We're setting up slowly into our final posture, Shavasana meditation, relaxation pose. So getting a head start, if you need a head toward Shavasana, maybe finding a blanket or possibly a jacket to put over your arms or to cover yourself up if you're going to get chilly. We're going to take our way slowly into our final pose. So if that's the traditional corpse pose, just extend your legs long down on the mat. Maybe roll onto one side or the other. Taking your time. Setting up in a comfortable posture. Treating yourself to this time, these last 4 or 5 minutes to digest everything that your body's just brought to you. The mind. Lots of breath. Melting yourself deeper into the mat. Noticing if there's a place that you're still holding on to tension. Use your mind to tell that place to let go, to relax. Allowing your bodies and your minds to rejuvenate, refresh. Relaxing the torso that's done so much work for you today. Releasing the front of the torso, the sides of the torso and the back of your torso. Taking that feeling of complete relaxation. And now sending it down your limbs, all the way to your toes and your fingers. Allow this relaxed state to further deepen your meditation. Relax your throat and your neck. Your cheeks, your eyebrows. Slowly and gently, only when you're ready, wiggle your toes and your fingers. Circle your wrists and your ankles. Blink your eyes. Noticing your strong core, allowing you to bring one knee into your chest at a time comfortably, so you can roll on to one side. Taking a few breaths here before we hit the restart button. Only when you're ready, pushing yourselves up, finding easy sit pose, crisscross applesauce. We'll take one final breath together. Inhale, arms reach up and overhead, palms together. Exhaling, thumbs to heart center. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for spending this hour with me, rejuvenating, relaxation, all the fun that comes with your yoga practice. Namaste.